welcome back to Unicorn Girl Valley. Today I made some slimes this morning and I'm going to be showing y'all the slimes at the end, and I'm also going to be teaching y'all how I made it. The first thing that you're going to need is glue. So this is Elmer's glue and it's white. You don't necessarily need Elmer's because this is Crazart and it'll work the same, and this is Crayola. So this slime you might not, you could use a bunch of activators. You can use any activator you want for any slime, but Elmer's Magical Liquid for these, because these are Elmer's products. But Elmer's white glue works, Crazart and Crayola. Elmer's like color changing, it doesn't matter what color. Like I used this to make this slime and it worked perfect. And yeah, so I'm going to show y'all the other thing. So,
can I use any liquid glue, like white or any color?
Yeah, you can use any color glue, or there are some slimes on YouTube where you can use them without glue, but this is a glue recipe, and this is a fluffy slime recipe. So the next thing is shaving foam. You're going to need that for a fluffy slime. And then, now let's move on to our activator. And you can also use paint if you want. Like, let's just say you didn't have pink, you could use these two colors to make it. And paint would also, it'd work. But I didn't use paint because I used colored glue, which is a lot safer because sometimes paint can go wrong. So, I'd always try this, but paint would definitely work. So I'm going to show y'all my activators. So I use baking soda, but you don't need a lot of baking soda. And then I use contact lens solution. So the steps that you have to do that I did that works for me was the glue. And for the baking soda, you want to do 3 pinches, like 1 big pinch and 2 mini pinches.
So the question I had was, how different would the slime be if you used like the contact solution or the baking soda? Would they feel different or like stretch different?
Here's a lesson. Well, I don't know if you can now, but I've always learned that when you do baking soda, just baking soda as your activator, it does not work. When I use just baking soda, no other activator, not water, not anything, just pure baking soda, my slime is terrible. It was hard, like very hard, and it had like baking soda chunks in it, and it was terrible. So I think you could just go with contact lens solution. If you had baking soda, I'd use that. And then also, after you use this, you add in any extra add-ins like paint or glitter or any add-ins that you want to put in. Then your shaving foam. And lastly, you're going to put in your contact lens solution. And you just put as much as you need until it's activated, but make sure put a little bit and then mix and then a little bit, like keep on going. Oh, and after you put in your glue and your baking soda, make sure to mix it until the baking soda is completely dissolved. And yeah, so now I'm going to show y'all the slime.
So in the future, will you be coming out with a more in-depth tutorial on how to make it, like going through the exact steps?
So I'm actually going to be teaching my brother how to make slime, and stay tuned till that video. We're making it right after this, and we are actually going to be using this glue, and we're going to be making a fluffy slime too. And we're also going to be using the paint too. So I'm going to show y'all this one. I actually named the slimes. This is Lemony Lime Lemon Slime. So, here's the slime, but before we get into the slime, I'm going to tell you about the container. So, those flimsy containers with the lid that kind of pops off easily and stuff, and the containers are not really good, so if you drop it, the lid will come off, or the lid might just come off randomly. I would not use that to store your slime, or a Ziploc bag. The Ziploc bags do not close well sometimes, and they don't make a good holder because I've used it for a couple of slimes and they dried out because the Ziploc bag doesn't fully secure them. And so that's why I did not get a flimsy container. I got one, and when you put it on, it snaps. So when you drop it, it does not open. And it'll only open unless you break it. So, but it's plastic, so it's kind of hard to break. And also, if you're gonna name the slimes, do not write on the cap without your parents' permission. I actually just put tape just to be safe because my mom might use this again. But I put tape and then wrote on it. So yeah, and I have 2 different sizes. And this one is actually bigger, but it's in this container. I don't know why. But I actually made it in this. But they're different sizes because I only had one of each. And they're both the open and then snap right back on. So I definitely get these for slimes. So let's just move on to the slime. It almost reminds me of like butter. Like if you look at like the pictures of like the golden butter, not like the light butter. But it's like really pretty. But it also reminds me of lemons. So that's why it has like lemon in the name. And it's like really pretty and pretty fluffy too. Oh, and I also forgot to say, when you're making slime or playing with slime, you always want to roll up your sleeves so you don't get anything on your clothes because I've ruined a couple clothes with slime. So anyways, it's really pretty and pretty stretchy. Since it's a fluffy slime, it might rip like so. And it actually is pretty good, but again, it rips. So that's why when you're trying to stretch it, kind of give it a little air, give it a little time to stretch. And like, I'm trying to make a slime swirl. So this isn't going to be the best, and it doesn't have the best one, but I'm going to stretch it another way. So let's answer another question.
So, does it make like any noises when you like squish it or something?
Yes. So fluffy slimes normally don't that much, just like the pokes and stuff. But this one actually kind of does. Oh, and I forgot to mention, it actually smells really good. But let me, like it will make pops because it's a fluffy slime. And like the pokes, when I just made it, it was kind of like fresh, like I just made it. So it's a lot more like sticky. So it pokes a lot better. So when I was poking it, it was really good. But it still pokes. And it's really good. And if you're wondering why it's so small, I use really small glue. Like, in comparison, we're going to have a way smaller slime. And that's why I was actually watching a tutorial to make these slimes. And they had much bigger glue. So I actually added a lot less stuff than they said. So yeah. And it's really, really pretty. So I actually used the same recipe for this slime too, because I made this one first and it came out so good. So I decided to use it. So yeah, let's do the next slime. And this one is named Peachy Peach Pink Slime. And yeah. It smells really good too. And this one's actually a lot more rippy because I overactivated it. Because when I was making it, I put in the glue and I put in the baking soda. And when I was putting in the shaving cream, I actually put in too much. So when I went to go do the contact lens solution, yeah, I put in so much and it wasn't activating. And I was like, okay, well, this slime might be a fail, but I started putting in more and it started to actually activate. So I probably put way too much shaving cream because I was trying to put a little bit, but it came out a lot. So I overactivated it with contact lens solution, and I actually added in more baking soda, so it made it kind of webby. So it wasn't that good, and I added in too much shaving foam. So yeah, it is kind of like a rubbery slime, but it's pretty good. I love the color. Reminds me of like a pink peach or whatever. But it's like really rippy. But yeah, thank y'all guys for watching my video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share, and hit the bell so you're notified every single time I post a new video. And make sure to check out my brother's channel, who's actually filming this. Thank you. And go check out his channel, ProGamer575. And stay tuned, because right after we finish uploading this video, we're going to make another video of me teaching ProGamer575, my brother, how to make slime. And it's going to be so much fun. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, bye!